It's like being mad that there's a female superhero movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just pandering to it? Well, it's, 150 years of male cinema. I think they can have a couple.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Give them a year.
Yeah,
come
all right.
on.
Oh, it's time for class.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class. I'm your host for today, Joseph.
And I'm Peter.
Let's get into our top 5 movies of 2023. Pete, you want to give yours?
It's hard to narrow it down to 5. I'm just going to say that right now. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on each one of these because I've talked at length about a number of them. Brandon Cronenberg's follow-up, his second movie, Infinity Pool.
Here, the punishment for any crime committed is death.
What did you say?
Actually, this is his third movie, technically. Second that I've seen. It was very, very intense. And if you think you know where it's going, you don't. I like Brandon Cronenberg, and if he gives me one more movie like these last two, he's surpassed his father.
Cronenberg Jr.
Yeah, Cronenberg Jr. is soon to be the master, not the sensei.
Yeah.
So Infinity Pool, that is my number 5 for the year. My number 4 was also on my most surprising list that I enjoyed as much as I did, and that is Barbie. What more can I say about Barbie that hasn't already been said? It's the highest grossing movie by a female director ever of all time, of bygone toys that came and went and are oddities, and there's obscene humor in a way. Yeah. And honestly, that's the stuff that worked the least for me. You know, the whole beach off thing.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken.
I get it. It's funny. It's like, it sounds like beat off, right?
Yeah.
Super funny. Other than that, I really don't think there was any like swing and a miss jokes in the whole movie. Kate McKinnon, Weird Barbie it's unlocked like this weird core memory I have of seeing my sister's toys or my cousin's toys that are just all chopped up and marked up and stuff.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing that is a known thing, that you have a weird Barbie that you just
always in the splits.
Destroyed.
It's always in the splits. The hair's always cut. Clothes are mismatched. Margot Robbie is really, I cannot imagine someone else doing a better job. As well as Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Oh, yeah.
The dance sequence with him and Simu Liu as rival Kens leading their Ken gangs in a war, and then it flashes back to a like old school Hollywood era large soundstage dance off.
The pink and blue.
Fuck, that was good. That was good. I wanted that scene to keep going. So yeah, Barbie was fantastic. That's my number 4 of the year. Number 3 is Gareth Edwards, The Creator. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that are going to be as high on it as I am. I think this is going to be one that's probably not on a whole lot of people's top 5 list, but it truly transported me to another world that I didn't think would exist or could exist and really can't in our world. Yeah. That's got AI, android robots that are, integrated into our society, and it was done just so well. And even if it was done with a $200 million budget, it doesn't matter. But it was done on an $85 million budget. I hope to God, I pray at night that they will release the 5-hour cut or 4-hour cut of this movie. Oh, yeah. Because supposedly it was cut down and they only had so much and they can only make it look so good within, a 2-hour and 15-minute window or whatever. Gareth Edwards, I loved him. He did Rogue One. He did the 2014 Godzilla, which I really loved as well. And The Creator is such a delight. There's some beautiful things I'll never forget in it. And it is a little bit of a schmaltzy, sappy sort of storyline. That's
very derivative.
Yeah, it's very derivative, but I don't care. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse was a revelation. It blew my socks off completely. I'd never seen anything quite like it. I had big hopes for the second one. And the Joker's constantly like, I'm your arch nemesis. And he's like, I barely even think about you.
Yeah.
You mean nothing to me.
So that's my number 2. And number 1, I've said it to death, Godzilla Minus One. It's fantastic. Emotional. Scope, huge. Beautiful. Godzilla actually menacing. The human story was great. It's just the great best. So I'm not going to spend any more time talking about it. Fucking loved it.
So my top 5. Number 5 is Barbie. Number 5 is Barbie.
Cool. Nice.
I was going to be like Mutant Mayhem, but I just watched that.
Yeah.
It's really, Mutant Mayhem's really good, but Barbie, I think, just is more important.
Sure. Yeah. That's a good point, too. I never even brought that up. It has some weight to it.
Yeah, it's more important. It definitely impacted me more. Just visually, the movie looks amazing. The Barbie land looks fantastic. And the way that they made the movie, draining the world of pink paint, to make this to make this movie. It angered the bros and those people who are those red-pilled cucks over there, claiming it's a man-hating movie when they're just single brain cell dum-dums.
Yeah. It's like being mad that there's a female superhero movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just pandering to it? Well, it's, 150 years of male cinema. I think they can have a couple.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Give them a year.
Yeah,
come
all right.
on. And it's just those little moments like when she's at the bus stop that just like, I didn't expect that to hit me right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Gutted.
But yeah, really, really good. Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Beau is Afraid.
I'm visiting my mother tomorrow.
I think this sort of comedy, anxiety, fused or anxiety-driven comedy horror type movie
It's really hard to quantify that.
was
Put a label on it.
it was actually really funny. I think that Joaquin just killed it in this performance. He definitely like played that role of somebody who suffers from extreme paranoia and anxiety. And the way that Ari Aster builds that world to just fuel his fear, I think was really well done. Like It was like over the top in the best way. It's just a very well crafted film, and it's a movie that I think Ari Aster has had in his mind for a long time. And Nathan Lane, the whole Nathan Lane,
I loved him.
That whole part of the story was so like, it was like Misery. Like
Sure,
it was like he was trapped.
Yeah.
But like in this like very delightful home. I found it hilarious. Number 3 is The Killer.
Oh, wonderful.
David Fincher's The Killer.
This is what it takes.
I really enjoyed this movie. I was surprised at how much I really liked this movie and how much it landed on me. Like I said in our review, it's like Drive, directed by Fincher with Michael Fassbender. I just thought it was like the coolest movie of the year. It was just very, very smooth. It was like drinking like whiskey.
Yeah.
You know?
Calculated.
Yeah. And the calculated character and the way the movie was made was also very calculated. Like everything felt intentional. That dim lit fight scene was so well done. It's the camera essentially trying to catch up with the action.
Yeah.
That was really well done. I really like the way this movie was made while also integrating like modern technologies like the Amazon, like I'm just going to buy this fob copier.
Yeah.
And then I can get in this building, this high security building. Yeah. Just really well done.
Cool. That was number 3. Number 2.
Number 2 is the other half of the Barbie phenomenon, which would be Oppenheimer.
Ah, wonderful. I was hoping you'd say Oppenheimer.
8, 7, 6.
I just really, really enjoyed his performance, Cillian Murphy's performance. Yeah, I was enthralled from beginning to end. I really enjoyed how it was filmed, the production of it.
That was one of more memorable theater going experiences, and we went and saw it in IMAX.
Glorious IMAX, and 70 millimeter, worth it for sure. My number 1
Checked off all these other movies.
number 1 of the year, which I feel like I was just kind of on the edge of my seat from beginning to end for many different reasons. This movie was just it attacked my senses in the best way. Like it was just the animation and that he is like suffering from PTSD from having to hold all of it into balance, and then when he's questioning or interrogating Miles Morales,
He's a true anti-hero.
You know?
You don't like him, but you kind of think
the sympathy there.
he's doing what he needs to do, and I get that, but I don't like him.
I don't know why people are upset about this. I mean, just the movie is still good. It's so entertaining.
Yeah. They only gave me 2 hours and 10 minutes of this, and it's not even a full movie. Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
It's one of the most impressive feats.
I know.
Period.
This was the movie that I had the most fun with on many different levels.
It was very close to my top.
Yeah.
It was very close to my top, and I got to go with my heart because I'm a fan of G-Man from the get go. So good top 5 list.
So yeah, those were our top 5 of 2023, and honestly, mine might change. I haven't seen every movie from 2023, so
I don't think we can really definitively say the best of until like February, maybe even.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but
I haven't seen every movie from 2023, so I can't tell you. That is it for our top 5 of 2023.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.